guys. So today I want to talk about codependency. It's an issue I've struggled with my whole life and that God has been setting me free from. So my dad is an alcoholic. He still is. I thank God that we moved to America and that my parents got a divorce so that I didn't really have to be around that. But even when I go back to Taiwan, like, he's always drinking, or he's always drunk at night and basically incapable of having a conversation with me. So essentially, alcoholism was a barrier to me really getting close to my dad. It was a barrier for intimacy, a barrier for vulnerability, towards vulnerability. It was a wall, essentially. And so, but for some reason, I was attracted to people who had addictions. And it was just weird because actually maybe a part of me wanted to help them, or a part of me wanted to help my dad get out of that, that inability to face his emotions, inability to be vulnerable. And so one of the things that God has taught me, even in dreams, he taught me to follow my heart. So I'm like, God, this looks wrong and my heart seems wrong, but I want to follow my heart and choose to love those that seem like they don't deserve love, right? And as I just allowed my heart to feel those emotions of love towards those people who they may not treat me right, but I was honest with myself about how I felt, the more I was able to have an understanding that this was love for my father and for everyone who was an addict. This was love that I felt, and compassion, and a desire to see them be set free from addiction. So as I allowed myself to feel those emotions of love and vulnerability towards them, and not blame myself, right, for liking an addict, but admitting that, hey, I have feelings for an addict or alcoholic, and that's okay. That I don't have to shame myself or blame myself for being attracted to one, but that I can set myself free from releasing those emotions and being honest towards that person about how I feel. And as I feel it, as I release it, as I express it, then I'm able to have freedom to say, okay, cool, I have these feelings for an addict or alcoholic, but I don't need to help them and enable them to get set free from this. I do not need to change them. I do not need to fix anyone. And I do not need to be drained and to put aside my life to help someone who does not want to confront his emotions. And so that brought greater clarity to my heart to see that I had shamed and accused myself of loving someone who I thought I should not love this person. And that was an experience that I had with my ex-boyfriend, which now I think about it, he was an addict. He ran away from his emotions by drinking, smoking weed, and smoking cigarettes, that he was incapable and unable to and unwilling to be vulnerable with me and with himself. And so he would have panic attacks, and he would run away from his emotions by binge drinking, and I tried to help him. I was his taxi driver. I had to be sober to chauffeur him. I essentially did not get what I deserved emotionally, because I wanted vulnerability, but that was not something he was able to give me. So in that sense, looking back now, last night I really forgave myself and said, you know what? It's okay that you were attracted to him. It's okay that you loved him. And even though others may say, why would you love someone that doesn't treat you right? We've all loved abusers at one point. We've all loved people who are unable to give us the love that we deserve. And at one point, you have to allow your heart the freedom to say, I'm no longer gonna guilt trip you for loving who you did. It's not your fault. You were drawn to someone who is emotionally unavailable, physically unavailable. You were drawn to someone who was an addict. You were drawn to them, and it's okay. So, heart, you deserve the grace that God has given you, that you didn't know any better, because that's the type of life that your parents gave you. That maybe they were absent, they were not available, they didn't talk to you, they didn't, hold you, they didn't give you affection. And so you seek that in places that aren't healthy, because you don't even know what love looks like. That is really pretty. And so in recognizing and just forgiving yourself, hey, it's okay that you were attracted to whoever you were attracted to. And stop beating yourself up for the years wasted. Stop beating yourself up for loving the people that could not love you back. And allow yourself to say, yeah, I love this person with all I had. And maybe I was completely drained because of it. But it's okay. And so in doing so, I'm also able to forgive my mother for loving an addict. I'm also able to forgive her for allowing herself to be abused emotionally or neglected emotionally. Or I'm able to love my mother for what she went through, and say, hey mom, it's not your fault that you were attracted to someone like this. And this is a breakthrough for me in my heart. The biggest thing, hey, it's okay that you were attracted to a person like this. It's okay that you were hung up on this person. It's okay. It's okay, you learned. But don't stop loving because you're scared to make a mistake again. Don't stop dating because you're scared to be imperfect. I will share with you an experience that I had. I gave something a chance to just be friends with this person, and then I realized that there's no way that we can be friends, because this person has feelings for me and I have feelings for him, but he's also seeing 2 other people, and just pursuing that, and not pursuing it actively, but being hey, let's be friends. But he was actually very flirtatious towards me. I realized that I needed to guard my heart and protect my heart by just letting go and being honest and saying that, you know what, my heart needs to have freedom to love, and I don't have freedom to love if I know that person has essentially 2 people in their lives that they're essentially committed to, that my heart deserves full attention. And that's hard for us to accept. Not all of us can understand that we deserve full attention from someone. We don't need to chase anyone. We don't need to beg for love. We don't need second leftovers. We don't need, and I essentially realized that I have of love that, you know, what if you do meet the person that God has meant for you, but like, are you actually ready for that kind of love that says you can't run away? You know, there's no distance, there's no space. Like, I'm gonna love you so fully that like you may cry every single day because that love will be so intense. Most of us want to just have fun. We want casual because love is scary. Love essentially can hurt us and bite us in the back and betray us. So like, we say that we want commitment, but like, how willing are you to face the emotions that come with love? And I have gone through a lot of emotions recently where instead of running away from emotions, I face it. And I face the pain and the love and the feelings that I have, and I'm able to say, yeah, like, I accept you, heart. I accept how you feel, and I free you to be. I don't shame you for being attracted to someone. I don't accuse you or attack you or guilt trip you. I accept that you do feel these emotions, and then to look at it and say, you know, but I deserve better. So I met someone today. She told me, what if you released every person in your life that isn't it, and you just kept moving forward? What if I told you, like, within 6 months you're gonna meet your soulmate? Are you willing to let go of that which isn't your soulmate? And not saying that you can't be friends with people, but just like coming to that fruit of just like being honest, right? Like being honest with how you feel, and not ghosting, not neglecting, not avoiding your feelings, but like feeling them and then being honest about what you want. That has actually helped me so much, and just like learn like that it's not my responsibility to like take care of other people's emotions, you know, or to